Bert Freeman. Your great-grandchild has just come to visit you from the future. You want to give them one piece of advice to take back to the future with them. What is that one piece of advice? I'll repeat the question. Your great-grandchild has just come to visit you from the future. You want to give them one piece of advice to take back with them. What is that one piece of advice? Bert Freeman.
Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. One of the most important pieces about the future is that the best way to predict the future is to create it. That's the answer. However, when my great-grandchild comes back, I may have to set him up for it a little bit. I may have to help him to understand that there are certain things that he may come across in his life. I think about great-grandchildren. I think about my grandchild. I have yet to even think about the fact that I was going to have a great-grandchild. Imagine that. But I do remember a situation where I had with my son. And with that circumstance, I remember how it caused me to understand the difference between concentrating your energy now and on the past and on the future. And it was a very simple thing. A while back, my son and I were home alone. It was lunchtime. And I gave him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. And he started crying. I asked him, why are you crying? He said, my jelly's on wrong. That's one of those times you go in a parental panic. I'm walking across the kitchen floor trying to figure out what to do, among other things. And all of a sudden, this thing came across me, one of the great parental moments of my life. And I walked over and I flipped the sandwich over and he stopped crying. And I asked his mother what happened. She said, well, he has to have his jelly on top. So that I really knew and understand that sometimes when you're dealing with certain situations, we think that there's so much to it. When in fact, I can put all of my concentration in what I want to get away from in the past. I can put all of my concentration in the present. But one of the things that's very important is that the past has already occurred. But there's one thing that I can do more than anything else, and there's one thing I tell my great-grandchild, is you can create the future. Mr. Taylor.